What is up, my friends? As promised, we are back with a late night Anfield Agenda news roundup. Over the course of this video, I'm going to give you the latest from Sunday's newspaper stories. As always, asking you guys to let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and mostly do hit that subscribe button if you'd like to help us out on our journey towards 300,000 subscribers. So I want to start off with a plea, if I may, to Liverpool fans who may watch this video from any part of the globe. We need your voice. We need you to call out the club. We need you to speak up about the embarrassment that is going on around the contract situation for Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold. This isn't going to be a video where I get angry and shouty. I'm asking you to do what we know is right. This situation cannot go on. What is happening on the pitch is remarkable. It's fantastic. And every single one of us, to a man, woman and child, are enjoying it. But that doesn't mean that we can't do better. We can't expect better from the club. And these owners, or whether you like to blame Hughes or Edwards, they just are not doing their job. And they are putting all of this great work from Arne Slot and the boys at risk because they're unnecessarily cheap. I know that it hurts some people when I say that, but look at the feeling in the fan base right now. Everybody is buzzing with what's going on the pitch. Everybody is rightly giving the credit to Slot and the boys, but are concerned, frustrated and angry that we are still in this position where not one of these contracts has been sorted. And if you take Mohamed Salah's words today, not even close to being sorted yet. That is unacceptable. There's nothing else I can say as a fan to urge you than just say, please, get onto social media, have your voices heard. You don't have to be toxic about it. I don't want hate towards the owners, but they need to know that this situation is unacceptable and that they are risking a potentially monumental season with their cheapness. There's only so much goodwill that players are going to have before they start getting fed up of it. And it's also not a great sign to any incoming players when you have the best player in the world right now, Mohamed Salah, not getting what he's due from the owners of the club. It is penny pinching of a level that is just inexcusable, and I urge you to please speak up and have your say. All of that being said, I'm going to get into the news now and run through all the stories. Some of them from the Mail, some of them from other outlets, but all of them, of course, with a view to the transfer window. So we're going to start off with Simon Jones of the Mail, who said, the priority for Liverpool is to finalise new contracts for Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, though a deal for Real Madrid target Trent Alexander-Arnold may prove beyond reach. Now, I will move on to speak more about Trent in a few moments' time, so let's just keep going here and we'll fly through these stories. The next story that I have for you guys, again from Simon Jones, who said Liverpool, Chelsea and Manchester United are interested in signing Liam Delap. I don't know where to go with this. I mean, we currently have the best player in the world. We're looking at an attack that has Diogo Jota, Luis Diaz, Cody Gakpo, and then we're talking about Liam Delap. I'm disgusted by even being linked there. No disrespect to Liam Delap, but this is Liverpool Football Club. We should be aiming higher. Also, Fulham are a possible destination according to the Mail for Wataru Endo. Now, I would imagine we wouldn't be stupid enough to let Endo go in January without bringing in a replacement. So I don't know whether this interest in Wataru will be a January thing or whether it will be a summer thing, but keep an eye on this one. Next story up is long-term cover will be sought at fullback with Anthony Robinson among those discussed, but emphasis is on holding their nerve and setting up deals for the summer. Do you want me to translate that for you? Because I'm going to. Long-term cover will be sought at fullback. Fine there. With Anthony Robinson among those discussed. I very much doubt Anthony Robinson is going to be coming to Liverpool. His age and price would be prohibitive for us and would just be stupid. So I'll move on from that. It's the last line of this piece that I want to translate for you. The emphasis is on holding their nerve and setting up deals for the summer. The truth there is the emphasis is on being cheap, hoping that the season doesn't derail, and not being proactive and looking to make sure that it doesn't derail. Holding your nerve has happened every season I've watched under FSG. Every window we've gone into, there's always an excuse. There's always a promise of a brighter future and a war chest and a bigger summer. but they never come around, do they? So once again, I'm saying, don't buy this. It is not a matter of holding their nerve. They have had more than enough time to find a midfielder, to get their feet under the table, to get the contract renewed, and Richard Hughes needs to man up and do his job. This nonsense needs to stop. We deserve the midfielder we need. We may even need a defender. Don't put a potentially monumental season at risk with cheapness yet again. Do not let it happen. We have to speak up. Next, they say Everton's Branthwaite remains a possibility, but for the summer, as they consider Virgil van Dijk's age. We all know that Everton ain't selling us Jared Branthwaite. So more of this reporting and promising of a brighter future and talking about the big young talented centre-back in England. You, I and everybody else know we're not going to sign Branthwaite. I'd love us to. He's a great player. But it's more manipulation and more nonsense. The last part of this, again from the Mail, said Liverpool anticipate a quiet January window but are ready to react if necessary. It's been necessary the whole way through this season. We need a midfielder. Ryan Gravenberch is one injury away from our season maybe falling apart at the business end. We should have learned the lessons from years gone by, and we need to be proactive here. Do not accept these excuses. Do not accept this manipulation yet again of your emotions. It is pathetic. They've had long enough to sort it. It's a dereliction of duty, and if Hughes isn't up to the job, if he isn't good enough, then bring in somebody who is. I don't know who's to blame, whether you want to blame the owners, Edwards, Hughes, or a combination of all of it. This is rinse and repeat stuff that we see all the time. And we're on for a brilliant season. And if we don't do business in January and we go on to win stuff, make no mistake, it will be in spite of what these lads have done. Not because of it, it will be in spite of the cheapness. Another crazy story here is Alexander Isak is apparently going to be valued at, are you ready for this? £150 million by Newcastle, and somebody has the cheek to say that Liverpool could look to sign him if they fail to get Mo to agree a new deal. Stop lying. There's no way Liverpool are looking to spend 150 million quid on somebody who has injury concerns, is a very good footballer, but is in no way a replacement for Mohamed Salah. So whoever's writing this stuff, stop it. It's nonsense. Chiesa, let's talk about him for a second. Paul Gorst of the Echo today said, it's unclear if Chiesa suffered an injury setback. He hasn't. But it's understood he trained on Friday as normal. He did. Arne Slot still doesn't think he's fit enough, apparently. I don't know where to go with this one. It just feels like a very weird situation. He's had plenty of time to get his fitness up. We are now in almost January and we brought this guy in the summer. Doesn't take that long to get fit. Even a full pre-season is nowhere near this long. So something about this doesn't smell right. I don't know whether we're going to see him go on loan, whether he is unhappy, or whether maybe Arne Slot is just being super cautious with him. But either way, it feels a little bit strange. Now, Salah, on being asked around the Ballon d'Or, Mohamed Salah said, the only thing on my mind now is for Liverpool to win the Premier League. He was also asked by Sky after the game, any good news coming soon? No, we're very far from that. Now, I should point out, Salah didn't go out of his way to try and talk about the contract. It was a question put to him right at the very end, and I thought that he answered it in a fair and honest way. But it is still unacceptable from our perspective as fans that Richard Hughes, that Michael Edwards, and that our owners over in Boston are allowing us to be here. Make no bones about it. In a few days' time, those three gentlemen can all speak to Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG, or anybody outside the Premier League who wants to get in their ear and potentially destabilise them. So to finish up this video, I want to talk about this celebration from Trent. We all hope, of course, that it meant to the Spanish media, stop talking. But I can't help but being drawn back to Jude Bellingham doing the same thing, and he ended up leaving. Now, I do kind of get the vibe from what Arne Slot had to say, and he did say Trent's celebration should tell you enough when he was asked about it. So I hope that this is just Trent saying, don't listen to all of this, wait and see what happens. But either way, I'm going to say what I've said all the way through this video. It's unacceptable that we are here. The owners and those who are making the decisions at the club need to stop embarrassing themselves and us and get these three contracts sorted. We are talking about generational talented footballers, 2 of them at the peak of their powers and 1 of them coming right into it. Get it done. It is inexcusable, and a fan base really needs to come together and call this out. Not for me, not for looking for transfers, but to do the right thing, which is give them the money that they've earned and stop embarrassing us with your cheapness. And then there was just a picture of Trent whispering to Mohamed Salah, and God, I'd love to know what that was. But David Lynch said something at the end of his video today when he was doing his match summary, and it's something that I kind of spoke about as well in our watch along. All of us around Trent are acting from a place of fear. We fear that he may leave. Deep down, everybody wants him to stay. And when you get to a place of fear and there's quietness, those things grow in your mind. The doubts creep in. So again, don't be toxic. Yes, you can be frustrated about it. I'm frustrated that Trent hasn't spoken up. But most of all, I'm frustrated at the owners and the executives at the club who are yet again nickel and diming and embarrassing us on the world stage. Get it done, tie these boys down, and let's build for an era of success with Arne Slot. So that is it for me today, my friends. I will be back tomorrow. I look forward to catching up with you all then. Feel free to let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section, and we'll catch up soon. Much love. Bye-bye.